morning. Today's day 86 and I'm leaving Fayetteville and I'm heading to Pine Grove Furnace. Now, some of you might know that is where you do the half-gallon challenge, which, if you don't know what that is, basically you eat a half gallon of ice cream when you get there, and obviously try not to throw up afterwards. So that's going to be my goal today. I got 19 miles to get there. They close at 5 o'clock. I have 8 hours to get there, and I think I'll be all right. That being said, a couple of things I wanted to mention that I haven't mentioned in a while, or I haven't mentioned at all actually, is that I did get my trekking poles back. Thank you, Corey, for fixing them. I put the ones that Fresh Ground gave me in a hiker box, so that way somebody else can use them if they need them. And also my headphones broke. They lasted a pretty good amount of time. Probably they got basically to Harper's Ferry. So when I went to Trail Days, I had Amy bring me my old headphones, which are still okay. And I think that's about it. All I gotta say about that. So I'm hiking with Thigh Gap and Soulshine right now. Woo! And let's come over here and see if we can get a good shot of it.
Oh, that sounds fun.
See that? Only another 1,096 miles to go. Woo! I'm currently at Pine Grove Furnace and I completed my half-gallon challenge along with Thigh Gap and Ziploc, who's another guy I've been hiking with. One other person that we were with, Deadpool, he was unable to finish, and Boomer was unable to finish. Scooch did not attempt the challenge. You know, the cool thing that I got my prize of winning, so there's that, and you know, that's worth it. So I'm happy about that. Good morning. Today's day 87, and after the half-gallon challenge yesterday, I stuff camped near the park that was right there, and today I'm going to be heading to Boiling Springs. And just looking at the map, like the elevation map, and after Boiling Springs, it's like 13 miles of just flat, and kind of excited, but also there's no views when it's flat like that usually, so I'm sure, I mean, it's kind of a little lame, but it'll be easy, so that's a good positive. But I kind of really like climbing up a mountain because it gives me a good workout, and then getting rewarded with a sweet view over some valley or, you know, some mountain range or something. So hopefully we'll see something. Today's day 88. And last night I slept at a campsite that was basically right outside Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania. And I read on Guthooks, which is the app, like the guide that I use for the trail, that there was a train that passes by and a lot of people were complaining about it. And I kind of underplayed that a little bit because at home, my apartment is like 30 feet from the railroad. So I'm like, I'm used to that. However, there is a difference. The one that's near my house is a passenger train, and the one that we slept next to last night was a freight train, and it wasn't one of those slow moving ones. It was moving pretty quick, and that was the loudest thing like I've ever heard at camp before. Now I slept through all of it, but it was just like incredibly loud, like shaking the ground loud. So but today the goal is to go to a shelter that is right before Duncannon, and I think that's about 22 or 23 miles. However, the first 14 miles are what I'm pretty sure they're just like what I'm walking on right now. So I'm thinking it's going to be a very easy start, and even the terrain after the flat part doesn't look too hard. So I am going to go to the camp store in Boiling Springs before I do that, because I think I need new insoles. I've had these insoles since before I got my, like, not the pair of shoes that I'm wearing, it was before the pair of shoes that I was wearing before this pair. So I've had them for a while, and I think it's time to replace them and get some nice soft insoles for the rocky Pennsylvania. I've already had a couple run-ins with the rocks, and it definitely can be a little bit harder on my feet. I'm here at the ATC Mid-Atlantic Regional Office, and unfortunately they were closed. I wanted to kind of go look around and kind of just see what's up, but they did have a like a chair swing, and I sat on that, and that was very enjoyable. I have a filter. Morning. I'm currently in Duncannon, PA, and I hiked it's only about 3.5 miles into town, and I went to a outfitter shop called Kind of Outdoorsy, and it is kind of outdoorsy, but they also have like a hiker lounge in the back, and that is pretty sweet because basically just been hanging out there for a couple hours, took a shower, and now we walked like a block or two to the Doyle Hotel, which has a pool table, a bar, and food, and pretty much going to do this all day. Maybe watch the Phillies game, hopefully. And then going to hike out about 5 miles to the shelter. So a Nero in, Nero out, and it'll make me feel like I'm not super lazy today. Good morning. Today's day 90. Which means today's 3 months exactly on the trail. Today's also Memorial Day. I'm standing at an overlook of Harrisburg. That's right there over the Susquehanna River. And last night it was lit up. It was really beautiful. but I couldn't get any shots on my phone that like would really do it justice. So we just get a look at it during the day. Yesterday I was in Duncannon. I neared in, neared out with everybody. And today we are going, it's about 23 miles to the next shelter, but it looks really flat. It's pretty rocky. I don't want to say I underestimated how sore my feet would be, but I would say that that's probably close to it, because my feet definitely feel more sore now that I've been in like Pennsylvania. But I will say the rocks kind of started in Maryland. Nobody really mentions that. They definitely is very rocky in Maryland. And yeah, so good night's rest is, you know, I had a good night's rest last night and my feet are feeling good, and we'll see how long it takes for them to feel sore again. Just had a sandwich and some soda and some apple pie by Mike, who was doing some trail magic today on Memorial Day. And I am feeling ready to go now. It's awesome. Thank you again, Mike. And the whole trail is flooded. Woo! Yeah! Morning. Today's day 81. And I'm about three and a half miles past where I camped last night. And I just realized I left my ridge line at the campsite, which is what holds up my tarp. I was gonna go back for it, but that would add about 6 miles to my day. Luckily, I have some extra guy line that I can make something work. But I use some things from a company called Dutchware that make putting up my tarp a lot easier and faster. So I won't be able to do that anymore. Guess I'm gonna have to order some more stuff, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get here. But it's a bit of a bummer. But on the bright side, today I am heading to a shelter that has a caretaker there, and there's supposed to be showers, which will be nice. And there's also a pizza place that delivers to the shelter, because I think there's like a parking lot right nearby. So I am looking forward to getting some pizza. I was originally just gonna pass on the pizza, but now that I forgot my ridgeline, I think a little pizza will make me feel better. Plus, I think I'm gonna get an entire 2-liter bottle of soda and probably drink all of that tonight. And that'll make me happy.